Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Elder Scrolls Online. I'm going to look for another companion today. So we're going to jump over to Apocrypha, and I understand that said companion is in this area. This is an interesting place that you guys have not seen on my stream yet, but I've explored recently and it is cool as heck. Who's talking? Who would want to live here? Jesus. Where are you, my friend? Here, let's just get on our horse, run around until we hear some random people yelling. Or some shit. I heard a random person yelling.
Fate needs you, Proxy.
Huh.
You'll never be in the dark.
Where is this person? I might have to check my phone more carefully. The outskirts of Cypher's Midden. So maybe that is more outskirty. I don't know which direction though. Where are you? Oh, there's a quest here. It's him.
You have an intelligent look about you.
That's a weird thing to say.
Greetings! You have a sharp look to you, traveler. My name is Azander. I'm an arcanist, and I'm hoping we can help each other out. I've decades of esoteric knowledge, a bit of coin, and a convivial attitude. What do you say?
That depends. What do you need help with?
I'd like your help tracking down a former associate of mine. I was attempting to create a relic of great power, and now find my fate frayed, for lack of a better term. I call this relic the Fateweaver Key.
How can your former associate help?
Martina was a brilliant collaborator, and may be able to identify where I went wrong. To find her, we'll need to find a tome, summon a Daedra, and brave the terrors of Apocrypha. What do you say? Join me in an exploration into the unknown?
All right, Azander. I'll help you find your associate and fix your key.
I'm looking forward to our collaboration. As I said, we'll need a book on Daedra summoning to get us on the right track. Let's convene in the center of Cypher's Midden. Is there anything I can clarify for you before we begin?
Sure, can you tell me more about what you're trying to do?
That mystic phenomenon I was struggling with, I'm calling them frayed fates. They're echoes from a choice I once made. My work to create the Fateweaver Key has snarled them up. So untidy. If I'm ever to perfect the key, I'll need to unfray my fate.
So we're going to unfray your fate. How are we going to do that?
A good question. I need to reset. Return to the roots of my research to unravel this issue. That's why I'm hoping to find my old colleague. Their name was Martina Abor, a talented researcher, though we've since parted ways.
You want to find Martina, but we're starting by looking for a book?
My hope is that a Daedric consultant, a watcher named Tim, will know where they are. The book will lead us to Tim, you see. Thankfully, the Ciphers of the Eye have given me access to their stacks. Ha!
What is it you do, Azander?
An excellent question.
Oh my god.
I'm a scholar of esoterica, eldritch secrets, and things mortals were not meant to know. I'm an arcanist of the highest order, proud to say, wresting the power of Apocrypha into my quill-gnarled hands, as you do.
Can you tell me a bit about being an arcanist?
Arcanist is a broad brush, to be sure, but we're all devotees to abstruse arcanum, individual proclivities aside. From mad hermits raving about tentacles to precision rune crafters. I consider myself a scholar, first and foremost.
What were you trying to do with this Fateweaver key?
It's not my fault. I mean, I was attempting to peer beyond the veil of reality, much as Hermaeus Mora does, to gaze upon other fate lines. It would have been brilliant. I should have spent more time developing my influx notation.
What'd you hope to learn?
Just think, what could you learn by looking beyond your own life? At the paths unwalked? What kernels of truth could you hold with such a tool? I hope to gain knowledge about myself, about the universe, why, about the very nature of mortality.
What makes one of these afraid fates? Did you make one when you decided what to have for breakfast?
A simplistic example. Not all choices are equal. But if the choice to have oatmeal instead of eggs changed the course of your life, think of them like divergence points and everything you could learn seeing the might-have-beens play out.
All right.
The stacks aren't far at all. I'll see you there.
Oh, there's a book in town too. But let's not worry about that. Okay. The Fateweaver key. Actually, we're meeting him in the center of town. Perfect. Too bad Lauren hates this shit. I think she gets mad if you read books. Just him. Oh my god. Is it in here? Oh, speaking of knowledge. Yep, she got mad at me for that. How dare you learn? You want to say it again? Take two?
I have no idea where in Orbis to look for my old colleague Martina. But I know she was working with a Daedric consultant, a creature named Tim. If we can summon Tim, we can find Martina.
And we're here to find a book to summon this Tim.
Indubitably, I knew I was right about you.
Oh god, this guy.
Now, an esteemed elder within the ciphers once summoned forth this Daedra. If we can find the notes from this elder, you and I can summon Tim and engage in parley.
I think this guy's going to become annoying as fuck. How do we find one book in all of this?
You've never been to the Library of Dusk, I take it. Or the forbidden section of Gwillem University. Dedicated scholars must develop their own search magics. I'll begin the incantation. Just be ready for anything. Apocrypha is full of surprises.
Got it.
Incantus eruditum. Abyssal sea, hear my call. Find the secrets beneath this scroll. The rune form is complete. Follow where it leads. Aha! What we need is in that pile. There. The tome show has the text. Get after it. The chase is on.
Y'all? What is that? Yeah, there's a lot of books in this place. Holy shit. I'm curious what the lore of this place is. Blah, 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 things. Okay, you know what? We should probably read this. This lengthy tome details Nelquiriel's viewpoint on the nature of fate, fate lines, and the forces of time. As it acts on a mortal's life, all written in a high-minded style, it has numerous appendices related to her research. I record here now the details of my encounter with Tem, the omen of fate who proved invaluable in consultation on the nature of fate. The warp and weft of a mortal's life are clearly visible to one such as he. So any student of these forces might do well to address him. That said, take heed. Tem does not look kindly on those who would try to meddle with fate's flow. You have been warned. To find Tem, seek out the fate locus, summoning site near the Ravening Morass. While he can be called to any well-scribed circle, I found this location made him more amenable to parley. Tem will offer no information unless asked. To ask requires esoteric ephemera. Through some trial and error, these items proved most efficacious in establishing a dialogue between us. Tome dust from a scroll of a Daedric nature. The words themselves are unimportant. The talent of a seeker, alive is best. Dead works just as well. The vial of ichor from the pools near the Ravening Morass. And at the circle, use each of the 3 summoning fonts in turn. I was able to ask 3 questions and 3 questions only. Next, we turn our discussion to my methodologies surrounding interviews and specimen cataloging.
Excellent work. Ha! That was bracing. Pity the tome will smell like transliminal parasite now. Let's see what it says. Here's the ritual to summon Tem. Easy enough, just a question of the appropriate summoning materials. We'll need expunged tome dust, the talon of a seeker, and black ichor from the spoomy pools of Apocrypha.
Where can we find the ritual materials?
Let me mark your map. Seekers tend the flora of the region. Their talons often break off in the resin. And there should be plenty of tome dust scraped from parchment in the cipher's midden expungatory. Try to get some from a Daedric incantation.
What about the ichor?
I'll procure that, worry not. Don't want you to think I'm taking advantage of your assistance. Once you have the dust and talon, we'll meet back up at the ritual site I've marked on your map. What do you say?
Get the talon and tome dust and meet you at the site. Got it. See you there.
The tome dust should be found in the cipher's midden expungatory, while seekers tend to congregate around those resin plants to the southwest. Easy enough, and soon we'll be talking to Tem.
You seem familiar with Apocrypha.
Well, I should hope so. I've been coming here for years. Fascinating place. You can learn the ways of the Arcanist back home, of course. But to truly understand the forces of fate, tides and the abyssal sea, there's nowhere else like it.
Where is home? Back on Tamriel.
Oh, here and there, you know. You've seen one post-feudal city-state, you've seen them all, am I right? My family hails from Hammerfell. Born and raised in tall Papa's shadow.
Okay, so I guess he's Redguard. Do you visit them much?
I'm no youngster, obviously. My parents now dwell within Aetherius, and the rest of the family politely pretends I don't exist. Best for all involved. Now then, we have a Daedra to summon. Knowledge to gain.
Yes. Okay. Bam. There's one. And where's the other? I only see the one. Yeah, I thought he was probably Redguard, but I also thought I find Redguards and Nords look kind of similar in this game. Beautiful. What is... Ah, no, don't do it. What is the deal with this thing? I don't know. Is that the fucking rake? What are you? Goodbye. Okay. Do we have enough to be worth applying yet? I don't know. I don't think I have enough to be worth applying. Not really. Okay. Beautiful. Perfect. There's one. Oh, and the other is in a building? Oh, we. Bam. All right. What are we seeking out?
Books speak their words.
Okay. What percentage of people here are crazy? Because I'm getting the sense it's high. I really want to make an Arcana soon.
Do be careful. Don't rush about and scatter the dust.
Above the moon of Massa,
What?
beyond sweet oblivion, is snared within the ruins of my dark love.
Huh?
Ugh, such drivel in some of these old spells.
So, are they like burning magic books or something? Harmful ones? Am I gonna die? Nope. Okay, where to? Oh, over to the west, other east. Okay. You guys are interesting. Are you inside here? Oh, right. I remember this place. Oh, I'll take that. I don't think I got rapport up with Ten Lauren from that, which surprised me.
Be gone! My big mind is my own. Your life is mine. Did you hear? Never mind. Welcome. This should be most illuminating. Ah, my new collaborator. Good to see you again. By Mora's eyes, these frayed fates are becoming increasingly annoying. I look forward to putting them to bed, as it were. Do you have the items we need to summon our Daedric consultant?
I've got the Tome Dust and Talon right here.
Peerless work. Let's see. Here's the Ichor. Unpleasant to gather, but I've done worse in my day. Now then, I'll light the fonts and begin the incantation. As we go, I'll need you to offer up the Tome Dust, Talon, and Ichor. In that order.
Sure. And then I'll ask the Daedra about your partner.
Just so. With any luck, this Tem can tell us where the whims of fate have led Martina. If this doesn't work, well, I'm sure I'll think of something. But let's hope it works, eh? Onward!
Ready when you are. Are these olives?
We light the flames to summon Tem, the omen of destiny. Come before us!
Tem is summoned. Ask your questions, make your offerings.
We offer the dust of an ancient spell. I seek the location of my former colleague, Martina Amor.
Okay.
Tem's eyes have seen you, Azander Alcibiades. You search for one who does not wish to be found.
Recalcitrant, are we? We offer the talon of a seeker. I need Martina to correct an error. Where are they?
You tamper with fate, mortal. Tem sees a darkness approaching. One you have unmoored.
Daedra, I have called, and you must answer. With Icor as payment, I command you. Where can I find Martina Abor?
I shall answer, but not to you, Arcanist. Tem will speak with the one who made the offerings.
The audacity of that creature.
Tem sees you mortal.
Don't ask this question.
Adventures, triumphs that have happened, or may happen, or may never happen. Speak, and Tem will tell you what you wish to know.
Don't waste a question on this shit. Just ask about what's her face. Okay, why don't you want to talk to Azander?
The choices of Azander Alcibiades hang heavy about him, reeking from stains on his hands and his soul. Also, he speaks with a distinct lack of respect for Tem, the omen of destiny.
Right, so where can we find Martina Abor?
Martina Abor, Arcanist of the Abyssal Sea and Illuminatus of the Threads of Fate, retreated to their sanctum 920 days ago. Seek them within the subrealm known as the Underweave, at a place called the Heart. But beware, mortal.
Of?
The Arcanist you travel with sought to view the paths unwalked, but failed to see where those paths led. In his hubris, he has allowed a thing that should not be, to be. Tem has spoken.
Thanks, Tim.
Questions asked and answered. Farewell, mortals.
All things being equal, that went rather well. It seems we're off to the Underweave. Oh, exciting! The Underweave is a powerful nexus of fated potential in Chroma Incognito. Terribly powerful, terribly dangerous. Sounds just like Martina to set up a lab there. Onward and upward!
So, you're not worried about Tem's warning?
Am I? No, not particularly. Daedra are strange beasts, you know. Their concept of mortality, time, and danger are very different from our own. Clearly, there have been some unintended consequences, but nothing the two of us can't handle.
Why are you and Martina no longer working together?
We were excellent collaborators. Together, we gathered power from across the Daedric realms. But in the end, she had very different goals than I do. If nothing else, damn it, I want to have some fun. Ta!
Do you think Martina will be willing to help you?
Yes, of that I have no doubt. Martina is a consummate professional. Just don't get her started on the transliminal properties of exogenic materials or the writings of Dino Gorath, the Dread Archivist. We'll be there all day.
Why did Martina study the Underweave and you didn't?
You must understand, I have been studying arcane ephemera for decades now. The Underweave is just so obvious, and I try very hard not to be boring. Plus, it's extremely dangerous in there. Fate shifts like the tides of the Abyssal Sea.
So you didn't want to study it because it's dangerous?
A thing can be both dangerous and boring. The universe contains multitudes. I truly believed I would be able to master fate itself without entering its walls. Vexing to have been proven wrong.
Why did Martina set up their sanctum in the Underweave?
Given the focus of our research, it makes perfect sense. Fate itself pulses through the corridors of the Underweave, and it's tradition for powerful arcanists to establish a sanctum. I have one myself, you know. Quite proud of it.
All right, let's get there. All right. Well, thankfully it's close by. Wait. Sorry, I keep checking this. I just wanted to see where the entrance, what direction it came from. It looks like it's from a cave or something. Like a giant nautilus shell. It's a fossil. Oh, there's lots of fossils. God, I want to get another mount at some point in this game. Okay. I think this is... Wait. I'm not in the right place. Okay, listen, guys. Fuck off. Goodbye. I'm not in the right place. Where am I going? Oh, looks like it's up here. What was that place that I was going?
No, no, no! The Master of Secrets will certainly flay me for this. Have mercy. You've been sent to capture me, haven't you? It was an honest mistake. I'm working to get Hermaeus Mora's fated glyphic back. I promise. Please don't imprison me.
What are you talking about? I'm not here to imprison you.
Fathomless Prince, that's a relief. To think I let myself be spooked by a mere mortal. Sorry. You see, I may have accidentally sent a prized possession of my masters-to-be unwoven. I don't suppose you'd help poor Ogle.
What sort of help do you need?
The forges of Underweave are a dangerous place. Ogle was made for watching and studying, not fighting. But you seem resilient. Help me find my master's fated glyphic, and I'll be sure to make it worth your while.
I'll help you search the Underweave for your master's glyphic.
Wonderful. My master's treasure was mistakenly marked for unweaving, so we must hurry and find it before it's destroyed. My watchling's sight should help you navigate Underweave. The entrance is close by. You can take the lead.
Who exactly are you?
You can call me Ogle. I'm a watchling in service to Hermaeus Mora. I aid in the designation, or disintegration, of failed fates. It's a coveted role, I might add, and one that I don't wish to risk losing.
You mentioned a fated glyphic. What's that?
A fated glyphic is the physical manifestation of a potential fate. A stone that holds a transcription of a possible future. They are a powerful and precious source of knowledge. This particular glyphic is one of my master's favorites.
Is everyone's fate etched into a glyphic?
Tides, no. Most fates don't rise to this level of importance. Only potent fates, those with the chance to alter the very course of the planes, can be found etched into these glyphics. This makes every fated glyphic a powerful and coveted object.
What can you tell me about the Underweave?
Fated glyphics whose futures do not come to pass can latch onto our own reality and cause havoc. These intrusions are, well, wasteful. Underweave is the place where these failed fates are unwoven. Recycled.
Ooh, let me yoink that. I can't remember how hard
Don't be afraid to get your hands
this
dirty.
dungeon... Did I complete this group event? I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I did.
Dear mortal, you won't get far without my boon to guide you through Underweave.
Not to belabor the obvious, but we'll need to be careful here. We should make haste to the heart of the Underweave and find Martina's sanctum. Onward and upward!
How do we find Martina's sanctum?
The Fateweaver key is palpitating, pulling me off to the east. Fascinating. Something in Martina's sanctum must be synergizing with the relic. Let's find that laboratory.
Okay, I want to check something real fast. So, let's go to achievements. Let's go to probably Morrow. Wait, it's not Morrowind? Is Necrom, right? Necrom. Exploration. Okay, I've beaten that.
Watch your step as you make your way through Underweave. The guards and administrators won't stand for anyone interrupting their work. And don't get me started on the dangers posed by some of these fates.
What's this boon you placed on me?
Most dangerous fates are magically tagged. Their presence leaves markers we can follow. We don't want to lose track of a particularly menacious anomaly, after all. My Watchling sight makes it so you can see these markers.
And this will lead us to your master's glyphic?
Absolutely. I've tuned my sight to your mortal senses. You can only see the magical traces specific to my master's glyphic. They should look like blue vapors and smell like a mortal child's tears. Can we get going now?
Okay. You've convinced me.
To the heart of the Underweave.
Oh, I remember this dungeon now. This dungeon was confusing to navigate, according to the map, because there's like multiple layers on it. This was a confusing dungeon. Oh, I totally forgot about that. What the fuck are you? Right, because that was the sky shard, and I was trying to find out how to get there for so long. There we go. Beautiful. Spam strats.
The glyphic assemblage. This is where fated glyphics are collected and judged by watchlings such as myself. Try to avoid eye contact as we continue through the Underweave. Not all its attendants are as polite as I am.
It's probably impossible for you to avoid eye contact, huh?
What? No. This can't be right. There are so many paths. Why are there so many paths? We're doomed. I'm doomed. We can't possibly find my master's glyphic now. Stupid Ogle, stupid! Master keeps the most dangerous fates down here. Of course it would be difficult to navigate. Numerous paths, endless options. This was a hopeless endeavor from the start. I'm a useless watchling who deserves to be unwoven.
Why is it hopeless?
The Master's fated glyphic could be anywhere. It may have even been fed into one of the Nemesis looms already. This is it for me, mortal. Cherish the moments you shared with Ogle, because I am not long for this plane.
Is there really no hope of finding it now?
The Nemesis looms unmake everything. By now, the glyphic's been reduced to unwoven strands, sputtering fragments of a former fate. I just know it. There are too many paths to follow. I need a moment to think, mortal. This is all too much.
Think fast then.
It's no use. I'm done for. Wait, what is that?
For once, a pleasant surprise. I'm actually happy to see you, meddler. My work in the streams has come to fruition. But never mind that, there's more work ahead. Over here, if you please. I was wondering if this was the day you meet me for the first time. You'll be pleased to learn you're just in time to help me. I know where the fated glyphic is, so there's no need for that silly boon. Besides, you'll look ridiculous.
You know me?
Ah, this again. You may not have met me yet, but I've met you. I am quite familiar with you and your meddling antics. Now, let's focus on the matter at hand. It's very important that I don't miss my chance to access Mora's fated glyphic.
How do you know about the fated glyphic?
Forces beyond your understanding ordained that I must come into possession of this glyphic. Since Hermaeus Mora rarely lets such a valuable object leave his personal collection, I simply charmed the watchling into misplacing it.
You charmed Ogle into, or was it Ogle? You charmed Ogle into sending the glyphic to be unwoven?
Yes, I deceived the watchling. How morally gray of me. Listen closely. You need me to locate the glyphic for your Daedric friend. However, the Nemesis looms make my presence here tenuous. If you can shut them off, you'll help everyone.
Fine, I'll shut down the Nemesis looms. What are they?
Good! You're always one for action, aren't you? The Nemesis looms are powerful devices that unweave bits of reality. For example, these failed fates. You'll find them contained in the Nulla Factory, just ahead, past the cells. I'll meet you there.
Who are you exactly?
Thaddeus Cosma, a traveler on tides of time and reality. But it really isn't important. Well, that's not to say I'm not important. I am, but that's neither now nor when. All you need to know is that when our paths cross, reality itself may be at stake.
You charmed me?
If it's any consolation, Watchling, you performed your role admirably. Now, to the Nemesis looms. It will take the two of us to disable each loom.
My role? I didn't play any role in... Hey! Get back here!
Okay. Man, Apocrypha's so weird. Like, some of these characters feel so, like, out of place for me from what I know of Elder Scrolls. Okay.
Dare you imply otherwise?
Mora's clerk objects. I'm terrified. Come now, meddler. On to the next loom. Have the sense to keep quiet in the library.
Bam. We'll just poke you guys until the little guys are gone. Goodbye.
I can already feel my presence solidifying. Come now, let's shut this one down as well.
A clerk? A clerk? What a wild underestimation of my role.
On the contrary, I couldn't have done this without you. Onwards! The next loom is close by.
Oh, shit. Ouch. Okay, where's the next one? Goodbye. I can't hear you, dude. Oh, that's an Arcanist player, right? No, it's not. It's Azander.
Perhaps, but that's nothing to worry about now. To the next loom.
Excuse me. My continued existence depends on that glyphic. Come back here.
Bam. All right. Oh, you guys are fighting. I guess I need to fight all of you then.
Bet there's more nearby.
Beautiful. Okay.
My master's fated glyphic is destroyed, then what was the point of all this?
Worry not. With the looms disabled, we need only check the Underweave's trash heap. Onwards, meddler!
The trash heap? Oh, tides, take me away.
It's gonna be okay, Ogle. It's gonna be okay. I promise. Don't mind me. It's nice when you're just base spammable is pretty fucking good. Beautiful. Looks like there's a boss in here.
No. The fated glyphic. It's already been unwoven.
Not ideal, but not unexpected. Meddler, a word, if you please.
Now this mortal is going to be the end of me. No, wait. Hermaeus Mora will be the end of me.
It's unfortunate we couldn't reach the glyphic before its unweaving, but all is not lost. If we work quickly, we should be able to salvage the magics still held within the fractured glyphic. I'll need your assistance once more, of course.
You don't seem very concerned that the glyphic was destroyed.
I took steps to prepare for this possibility. The benefit of shutting down the Nemesis looms was twofold. It allowed me to maintain a more stable presence in this realm, and it unhindered my spell-casting abilities.
So what's your plan?
We'll take the glyphic's remains to the heart of Underweave. There, I should be able to siphon enough energy to restore it. But be prepared. The heart may be heavily guarded. Bring what's left of the glyphic and meet me there, meddler.
Okay.
Let's hurry along, then. The heart of Underweave can be found to the south, on the other side of the courtyard. I'll meet you there. Just wade across the detritus of failed fates and go up the steps. Can't miss it.
Why didn't we come straight here if there was no chance of saving the glyphic?
First of all, the active Nemesis looms muddied my sight. I had no way to know where the glyphic was. Secondly, there's no use in crying over spilled fates. The sooner we get to the heart, the sooner we can put this all behind us.
How can you restore the fated glyphic?
It's a simple matter of temporal reversal. With the looms no longer operating, I'll be able to draw on the full power of the Underweave. In fact, do you have any wine you'd like rapidly aged? I kid, of course. Let's get moving.
Okay.
Well done. Now, out to the courtyard. We'll meet in the heart of Underweave.
Ogle has a bad feeling about this.
Oh, why don't I have this on it? I thought I... Excuse me. Excuse me. Beautiful. Where am I going? No, I don't care. Oh, fuck, wrong one. Dang it. Oh, we're going the right way? All right. That monster sounded like Beavis and Butthead for a second. Oh, both quests are in the same place.
Good, you found us. Place the fractured glyphic on the altar. There's not a moment to lose. Almost there. A bit further. Quick! Grab the glyphic before the entropic bubble collapses.
It's back. My master's faded glyphic is really back.
Bending time really puts a kink in your neck. Let's reconvene outside Underweave. I'm sure this display of temporal magic raised a few alarms.
Yes, yes. Let's leave before the guards come and take Ogle away.
Not quite yet. These guys are... Oh, that's a seeker. All right. Here, let's switch active quest.
This must be it. Knock, knock, Martina. Damn it, Martina. Dead. I had hoped. Ah, why must the most brilliant among us fall to Curiosity's blade? Take a look around, if you don't mind. I need a moment.
Why don't we just get that guy to go back in time with her? And he save her. Entry 1. Is it worth my eroding sanity? Knowledge, endless knowledge, as long as I'm willing to seek them out. Every fate teeters on a precipice, a threshold, where they might be made or not. We make our choices in the strands of what we choose to do. The way we choose to follow. Fate itself weaves its strands in and through and around until the tapestry of our fate line is strong and it is unbreakable.
I feel so many aches in some very strange places.
Okay, that's a fucking weird line, Tan Lauren, please. I've been able to identify the threshold. The never woven, the unwoven. The moment it starts to form hangs in abeyance. Waiting, anticipation, as Azander used to bark at me. And then, sometimes, a choice is made and nothing. But it is not nothing, a power in the unwoven fate. The reach of Hermamora stretches past the boundaries of what it is, to what might be. Perhaps one day, my reach will meet his. If Azander were here, he would laugh at me, and I at him. He was so right, and so wrong at the same time. His ideas do not encompass what I've seen. I see them everywhere I go now, my forlorn, unmade choices. I have found a way to scry them out. One drop of my blood connects me to these unrealized potentials, the frayed and unwoven fates that lay scattered behind me, like so much debris. We leave them behind us, an unending chain that links us back, our first breath of life. So many lives unlived, and all mine to learn from him, just as Azander and I had always hoped. Entry 12, they say that fates are bloodbound to an individual. Or do they say that? Perhaps I just said that. It's so hard to tell now. Where I end and they begin. The power, the potential, I sought merely to learn, but there is so much more to be gained. I can weave my tattered, untaken fates into power. They are nothing, just shadows on the cave wall. Why should I not? Am I not the flame, the light that casts those shadows? Worth it. The knowledge is mine. I know it is me. I can smell the drift now. I can wander the drifting tides of fate. Never to worry, never again. I've done it, Azander. I have the knowledge, all of it.
Martina was a zealous note-taker. That may be helpful to our inquiry. Perhaps you, might find something on her remains. Come. Let's talk.
What'd she look like? Okay.
I wish I could say this was the first time I found an old friend dead, but I cannot. From the spell lattice surrounding them, I believe Martina's research may have followed a similar path to my own. Let's take a look at that journal.
I'm sorry, Xander, and you're right. The journal talks about Martina's fate fraying like yours.
Martina says here she could somehow scry for the fates frayed from her timeline. Fascinating. She experimented with several different methods, including using her own blood. It's messy, dangerous, but perhaps effective.
Is there any way we could do that?
Yes, I believe so. I have some thoughts that need to germinate, and I'd like to dispel this ward. Take care of Martina. Let's retire to my rooms at Cypher's Midden, near the Way Shrine. I'll see you there, my canny colleague.
Alrighty, Xander, I'll see you at Cypher's Midden.
I'll see you back at Cypher's Midden, my perspicacious collaborator.
Jesus Christ.
Just need to see to Martina here.
What was Martina doing here, do you think?
Research, of course. Always research. Just like in the old days. Martina and I were excellent collaborators. I was the gab, the talker, the trader. But Martina was the silent strength, astute observations after lengthy contemplation.
Why did you two stop working together?
I'm an arse. It seems wrong to coat the truth in moon sugar standing over Martina's final work. I can be challenging to know and worse to work with. Martina put up with me for the better part of 5 years. Longer than anyone else.
What do you think got Martina killed?
I'm not quite sure. I think perhaps she was trying to manipulate fate itself. But I'd have to examine Martina's notes to fully understand what happened here.
Why do they try to manipulate fate?
Martina was as nimble-witted as anyone I've ever met, and stubborn as the abyssal sea. Now, if she thought they could twist fate itself, nothing would slow them down. Changing the fate lines is something not even Hermaeus Mora himself can do.
Thanks, dude. All right.
I hope I can honor Martina's memory somehow. I'll see you back at Cypher's Midden.
Okay. So we're done here. I need to turn in the other quest, though. So let's make our run back. It's ridiculous that there's like a whole fucking... What? There's like a whole country-sized, like, fucking area that's just like piles of books. Goodbye.
What a find!
A lot of these fights would be easier if I just had Zareth with me. I tried to block, but oh, I didn't realize he could launch it. He tricked me. I'll take that.
You're a natural.
Hell yeah, I am. Okay. Yeah, the boss is like a very big one of those eyes. I forget what the gimmick was of the fight, though. Forget what it did. I remember it being not super hard, but kind of hard. Like it was a first try boss. But I think it was harder than a lot of the group events, but it wasn't that hard. I believe.
Glad to see you didn't stumble into a hole in reality, meddler. I know our many-eyed friend wants his glyphic back. Allow me a moment to study it, will you?
I suppose he earned a look. But only for a moment. I'd like it returned before my master realizes it's missing.
You really do make an invaluable field assistant, meddler. Even your watchling friend here played his part expertly. Now please, the glyphic. I can't stand to wait any longer.
Here, what can you make of it?
Curious. I've handled my fair share of fated glyphics, but something about this one seems almost familiar. Like a tone ringing at the edge of my memory. A song, perhaps. A lullaby? How very strange.
Why did you seek out this glyphic?
It's no secret my travels take me far and wide. I go to places far beyond what a simple compass or map might show. And in my travels, I heard an interesting rumor. That the Prince of Knowledge had found a special fate. My fate, in fact.
This glyphic holds your fate?
I believe it does. Whether it's one fate of many or a singular inevitable fate, I won't know until I activate it. Funny, after all this, I find myself hesitating. Give me a moment, meddler. Perhaps take this time to calm your watchling friend.
It's not a good idea to look at your own fate. I wonder why my master is so fond of that particular one. Speaking of fate, you certainly helped me salvage my own. To think I came this close to being tossed into the Nemesis looms.
Thaddeus needs the glyphic. He shouldn't be long.
I wish I could say I enjoyed our adventure together, mortal. However, you and I both know it was far too distressing to be fun. Still, this watchling is certainly grateful for your help. Take this reward. You earned it.
Is this a memento?
Well, here goes nothing, Cosma. Thaddeus, you must listen closely. The fate of the plains depends on it. So the rumors were true. Mora really did learn my fate. Don't talk over me! Understand that when the time comes, you must say no. I must say no? What in oblivion am I talking about? In my timeline, things didn't go exactly to plan. But I hope you'll glimpse this causality in enough time to change our fate. It seems the only person who can fix a Thaddeus Cosma mess is Thaddeus Cosma. How exciting. I do so appreciate your help in all this. Not everyone gets the chance to learn their own fate in time to do something about it. And as far as possible fates go, that one wasn't nearly as damning as it could have been.
What do you make of that warning?
In truth, I haven't a clue. What in all the planes am I supposed to say no to? A mystery to be sure. But I have Apocrypha's extensive libraries right at my fingertips. Can you imagine a better place to find an answer?
So it's another mystery to solve.
Indeed. A mystery only a Cosma could solve. This glimpse of fate wasn't a warning, it was a clue. A piece of an exciting new puzzle I've already started on. Mora will regret not smashing this fate into dust. Farewell, meddler.
You're leaving?
Here's your glyphic, watchling. And you, meddler, do try to stay out of trouble.
Well, that was unexpected. I don't have a clue about what any of that meant. Frankly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm just happy to be done with that condescending wanderer of realities. Thank you for your help.
What are you going to do now, Ogle?
After being a tentacle's touch away from facing the business end of a Nemesis loom, I'll return to my duties, thank you very much. After I see my master's glyphic return to its proper place, of course.
You're going to go straight back to work?
What else? We all have our place in my master's plan, just as you do. I certainly won't be looking for another... what would you call this? An adventure? Anytime soon. Notarizing and disseminating is exciting enough for me.
Goodbye. Okay, so let's go back to Azander. There we go. All right. Oh, actually, while we're at it. Oh, it's a hat. Oh, we can do a hide your helm. Well, this feels like the way to go. At least for a bit. Got a face hugger. Sadman Hurb is having a weird day. Okay. So we need to go back to the Cipher Midden. Beautiful. Are there any homes you can get in Apocrypha? I think there are. Let's see. I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any. Okay, where to? I swear, for some reason today, I feel like I just heard someone's whistling the Kill Bill song. Dwee doo dee dee doo dwee doo dee dee doo dwee dee doo doo dee dee doo. Okay, bam. Oh, he just straight up has a house here.
Welcome. I've just been preparing. Pardon the simplicity of my setup here. Martina's research lives on. I believe with further development, I can adapt her methods and modify the Fateweaver key itself. But let's crawl before we walk. First, we confirm if scrying for frayed fates is even possible.
Why are we scrying for your frayed fates?
It's time to put my failure behind me. So far, the fates have come to me. With Martina's research, we can scry for one, find it, and shut it down. What do you think of that?
Sounds good. What's our first step?
This is why you make a good collaborator. Your focus. I place in your hands the Fateweaver key. Still flawed, unfortunately, but newly modified thanks to Martina's notes. Follow along with me, and we'll seek out a frayed fate.
Let's get started.
Observe this thaumaturgical quadrant. Gripping the key, activate each of the beacons.
One, two, three.
A shipwreck? Wait, that must be Fathom's Drift. Superlative! The drift is in the far north of the region. I'll meet you there.
Okay.
That was rough, unrefined. I can do better. But we've got our first success, and a location. Fathom's Drift.
What are we going to do there?
We shall stitch together the unraveled threads of my fate. Mistakes made in forging the Fateweaver key will recede into the past. Together, we will reap the rewards of knowledge, insight, and scholarship, just as Martina would have wanted.
What's Fathom's Drift?
It's a sinkhole in reality, a graveyard for ships from across the realms. Hermaeus Mora is the Tide King after all. In his role as Master of the Seas and one whose tentacles rise from the deep, he claims sunken vessels to add to his trove.
Why is your frayed fate there?
Truly? I have no orbital idea why a path unwalked would lead me there. But Martina was shrewd, clever, and other complimentary words. We can trust their work.
Okay. Fathom's Drift. So it was over here, right? Wait, where was it? Oh, there we go.
Away, you pestering phantom. You're here. It's so pleasant to work with someone so prompt and cunning. Blast these frayed fates. Let's get in there and turn theory into practice, eh? Smooth these things back into the universe.
How do we smooth your fates back into the universe?
First, we enter the drift and find the darn thing. The Fateweaver key in your able hands will lead us where we need to go. Now, properly attuned, it should allow you to tug on the threads that bind my fate to me.
So we follow these threads, what then?
We use the Fateweaver key itself to bind this frayed fate back into the fabric of the universe. Now, I'm not, well, to be totally honest, I'm not exactly sure what that will look like. But we're armed with a dead friend's knowledge. We'll see it done.
All right, let's see it done.
Into the drift. Huzzah!
Oh god, I hate him. Wait, is this a delve? Oh, I've done this too. I've done all the delves. Well, not including the places I can't get to yet, like Cold Harbor and places like that. There's a few places I haven't been.
The Fateweaver key will be our guide. It should make visible the threads that bind me to the nearby frayed fate.
Bam. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck again. This person's doing the same quest as us.
My research. It's working. Smashing.
Okay, where to? Up here? Oh, did I not get this?
Onward and upward, as always.
It's interesting to see so many people doing the same quest. I guess it makes sense when you don't really have a bunch of servers. Okay, wait, where to? What?
That thread was woven past that door. Up the ramp. I think I see something. Look there. This distortion is a frayed fate. Let's pull this situation into focus.
Off the deck, Azander. Stop lollygagging, Azander. I'm tired of all this.
What? A sailor? How odd. I haven't wanted to be a sailor since I was a child.
Bilge rats and stale bread. I'll never make it to first mate.
Such potential. Stronger now.
Twitching tentacles, what is that?
I grow stronger.
Quicker, use the key. These rune forms should banish that thing.
We will
not be undone.
You will not divide us.
It worked. I wasn't sure it would. What we just witnessed. Distressing, horrid, disconcerting. Apologies, cohort. I'm free associating to deal with my emotions.
Are you all right?
Of course, yeah, just processing. Tem, it seems, was telling the truth. Afraid Fate has grown in strength somehow. Become adversarial.
What do we do now?
Allow me to take back the Fateweaver key. I'll need to consider this new information. The introduction of this adversary into the experiment was unforeseen. Let's reconvene in my room at Cypher's Midden.
Sounds good. I'll see you there. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Do I have to go back through the door? Okay, let's see how many respawns we can avoid. Hey guys. Hello, Scoot. Hello. I'm in Lovecraft land right now. Bam. Goodbye. It is very damn hot here too. I agree. It is ridiculous. It felt like 40 degrees Celsius here today. Okay. Yeah. I that was actually a thought that I went through my head when I was going to stream this. I was like, I wonder if the heat is going to be a problem. But nah, it's fine. Okay. Oh. I sure didn't need to get on that horse.
Ah, there you are. Come, let's talk. I'm ecstatic. Ebullient, even. Incredible. Somehow, my experiment seems to have created a new, previously unseen mystic phenomenon. One frayed fate consumed the other by means and for reasons unknown. I'd be even happier if it didn't want me dead. Ha!
You're excited that you created a thing that wants you dead?
Yes. I mean, would I prefer this adversary enjoy a strenuous argument over a pot of tea? Without a doubt. But you have to understand, I believe the Fateweaver experiment was an abject failure.
So the fact that the experiment created anything is exciting to you?
Indubitably. And mark
Oh my
me well,
god.
this discovery would not have been possible without your insights and abettance. We make a superlative research duo, you and I. I haven't had a competent cohort in some time.
Thanks, Xander. So you're going to continue to look into this adversary?
I must. My fate is still frayed after all. It must be restored and this dark being dealt with. But now, a question for you. Would you be willing, if you have the time and inclination, to continue our collaboration?
Sure, let's keep working together on your project.
Together, my new cohort, we began the work of understanding the nature of fate. We put an old friend to rest. And someday soon, we'll repair the key. But for now, accept my promised coin with enthusiastic thanks. Onward and upward.
Okay.
Together, cohort, we will accomplish stupendous things.
Yeah, whatever.
Remarkable things.
We'll just let him rant to himself. Okay, so I think we officially have half of the companions in the game now. So let's get him bound. Amazing. Oh yeah, as you can see, I'm very Lovecrafty now. That's a choice. All right. Well, I'm going to call it there. If you guys enjoyed, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll be back next time with some more. Take care, guys. Mwah.